everyone. We warmly welcome you all to our special program brought to you by Indian Achievers Forum. I am your host, Vatika Singh. Indian Achievers Award is an honor that celebrates the people who went extraordinary to effectuate their aspirations and ideas. In this series, we emphasize not only on the struggles and achievements of the people, but also on the social contributions they made to their native land, India. Before introducing you all to our one such achiever, let's take a look at the small AV.
Indian Achievers Forum is driven by a full-fledged advisory board. The board consists of experienced personalities who have excelled in their respective careers. Together, the forum organizes conferences, events, workshops, exhibitions, trade shows, and B2B initiatives in India as well as abroad. Where there is passion, there is achievement. And where there is achievement, there is Indian Achievers Forum.
Mr. Anup Prasad, CEO of Property Software, was born in Rajasthan, India, and has spent too much time outside of India than in India. Professionally, his role involves running a financial services and a software company, Property Console, which he founded 2 years ago. He enjoys the creative side of the software development, collaborating with people from different parts of the globe, including India and Australia, to see his computational efforts benefiting humanity. Prior to starting his own business, his 20 years of contributions touched most major industries. He is a distinguished alumni at his university and has been recognized for his innovations and ideas at IBM. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, Vatika.
All right, sir. So, before entering into the questions, tell us something about you and your professional role.
Okay, I'm a software developer, so I enjoy creative forces of developing software. It's like Legos building blocks, and we're trying to build solutions that helps. I've been developing software for a long time. I've got my own company that I started, property console software that actually takes account of greenhouse gas emissions, ensuring that there's accountability in the way we treat the planet with different sources of energy that we consume, and then how to bring about accountability.
Right, sir. So, I'm really keen to know that what inspired you to pursue this particular field as your career.
Okay. My father was in business, so he always had an idea in his mind, from a very poor background, to understand that big business and entrepreneurship is actually a way forward to give a lot more freedom than being an employee. So that idea was always seeded from my father. What I tried to do a little bit different in terms of my profession is I am in property as well, but I'm putting in another layer of software side of it. So it helps more efficiencies, drive more efficiency gains and things where we can do and have information at the click of a mouse button, all the information, that pertinent information at our fingertips.
Right, sir. So, since we know for a fact that starting anything has never been easy for any one of us, so what all were the challenging predicaments that you had to go through initially in your journey?
Yeah, there's certainly a lot of challenges. In terms of technical issues, there were plenty, but there's nothing more satisfying than solving a technical issue and seeing uh, the program uh, run in the production environment, and also in terms of the business, getting the right resources, getting the right people to come in board. Um, but I enjoy the challenges. One thing that I've learned in my life, that having the experience prior to starting a business is also a good thing, where I can keep persevering, and it gives me a bit of strength when there are challenges to keep going forward.
Right, sir. So, moving ahead, tell us exactly what are the product and services with which property software caters its customers with.
Okay, so the software is online. We've had visitors from more than 35 different countries, um, and hundreds of cities in the world that has been coming into our shop, um, viewing the product. We've had one of the councils, Adelaide City Council, that recognised the product and joined into a partnership. Um, and it's Adelaide. We're helping Adelaide in its stand to be one of the first carbon neutral cities in the world. So this software brings about accountability. We are progressing with it per individual property. There is um, next version changes that have been earmarked, and we have interest from the education sector, which has been quite a breakthrough, where this would uh, potentially be going into classrooms as well as a learning exercise. So there is optimism about this software.
Right, sir. So, what are your future plans with respect to property software?
My plans are to give it 101%. Uh, I've worked very hard to get this far, and to see this see this tree grow, and I'm here to nourish it, to do whatever needs to be done, and play a key role in it. Yes.
And we wish you all the luck for all these plans of yours. Moving ahead, sir, you must be knowing about the Atman Bharat campaign prevailing in India right now. So, what are your views on this campaign?
See, I was quite fortunate and privileged and humbled all at the same time when India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited our Australian shores and addressed the Australian Parliament, and I was sitting in the Parliament House, uh, hear him speak. Um, and he's very diplomatic, and he wants to see strengthening of ties. There are 700,000 Indian diaspora in Australia, and India's contribution in Australia has been felt, and as such, I take opportunities to engage with people from India that have recently moving here as well, and with in terms of Atman, my understanding is in terms of self-sufficiency. Um, See, the Indian diaspora, like myself, we look at India as a country. What can we do for India? From an Australian perspective, I've travelled there, and I had an opportunity to sponsor a little girl over the course of 10 years, where we saw a remote village being built with clean water supplies, and as such, and as an Indian diaspora living in Australia, we do ask um, that question, whether what we can do for India.
Right, sir. So, moving ahead, you know that this year India celebrated its 75 years of independence. So, what would you like to see on this occasion, as in how far we have come, and what is your vision pertaining to this?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. It's an occasion to celebrate, uh, and it's like a milestone. So I heard the speech, and I analysed the speech of Narendra Modi. Some of the goals that he set is brilliant, absolutely spot on. I couldn't agree more with some of the goals that have been set in terms of uh, five key things, which were infrastructure, uh, secondly, the mindset, the shift away from colonial mindset. Um, that's quite important. And for myself, being born in India, I reflect on my heritage. I've lived in Australia for a while. I reflect on my heritage of India, and I say to myself, I've spent far too much time away from India than I have in India, and and possibly look at ways where I can be more engaging and be with the 21st century with internet and everything like that. My business is working uh, with a software company in India, so there's engagement at that level. So I'm very proud um, of the 75 years of independence.
Alright, so sir, first of all, congratulations on winning the Indian Achievers Award. I really want to know that what was the feeling when you came to know that you have won the award, and who all were the constant supporters in this journey of yours?
The winning, it validated my roots. I felt extremely proud, and hope that this award, builds a richer and deeper connection between India and Australia. Um, I had a lot of support from family. Um, well, mum, if she was still alive, she would be very proud. She had an Indian Sanskrit degree, so she nestled a lot of cultural essence to us.
Right, sir. So now, since we know a lot about your professional role, tell us something about your social contributions as well.
Social contributions, yes. I hold a meeting every Saturday, a group meeting where we um, engage in the community and invite people, all walks of life. We have a elderly citizen who's in his 80s, to people that are in their 30s, 40s. We go around and we ask about their welfare every week, and we read scriptures from the spiritual scriptures. One of the scriptures is the Bhagavad Gita. We read a verse from that. Then we do yoga. We find yoga to be beneficial. It's quite universal now and widely accepted, which is a great thing. And we do that each and every week, and that has social benefits to our local community, um, and delivers health benefits.
Right, sir. So before concluding this session, you know that IF is followed not only by mainstream organizations, but also those young minds who aspire to be like our achievers someday. So what is that one message you'd like to give them?
Well, start early. I think well, start early. Do things that are productive. Learning is key. Um, when we're younger, we learn a lot quicker, faster, absorb as much knowledge as possible. It all counts. Everything counts. I delivered. When I came to Australia, we worked extremely hard. You know, from working um, in delivering pizzas to now running a company. So, you know, work hard and smart both at the same time, and fall. If you fall 6 times, get up the seventh time.
And that I must say, sir, is a great piece of advice. Thank you so much for joining with us today. It was a pleasure talking to you, and we hope that you continue to inspire people of all ages forever. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.